virgins, ladies, gentlemen, we are back with another lesson. Today is Money Monday, so you already know what that means. I'm finna go through some market analysis, go through some profits and losses that I'm currently in, some open trades, break down maybe some other currencies I might be potentially looking at my software, and just going over my weekly outlook and what I'm expecting this week. Yeah, let's get into it, man. Okay. First off, we have Aussie CAD, man. The infamous Aussie CAD. I've been talking about Aussie CAD for a minute. Because as soon as I closed profits on this trade, it pulled back, so I entered again. And I will close profits on this trade, guaranteed. I'm not worried. I don't care about the drawdown. I will close this trade in a profit. And that's a fact. Watch the videos I post. I'm going to post another Aussie CAD trade breakdown for whatever I hit for. So as we can see, this trade has been moving a little choppy, making some little lower lows, lower highs, but we seem to switch structures back to the opposite end. And so what I mean by that is we have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, but we did not make a lower high. We actually broke this level of structure and made a new high, and now it looks like we're coming to make a higher low, coming back to make a higher high, if that makes sense. When it comes to the markets, you always have to read market structure. Market structure tells you so much. It tells you so much. It tells you not exactly where price is heading, but it gives you the highest probability of where price is heading. So I am looking to see a break of this level and of this little upward trend line. I'm looking for a break, retest, back to the upside. Depending how it's looking, depending how fundamentals are looking, I may close at this level, but if I go to my software, I can show you guys on that edge finder. If I go to my commitment of traders data report, let me move my face. If I go to my commitment of traders data report, what this is institutional buying and selling. They have to legally report this to the CTFC. So this is not fluff, this is not fake. This is actually what big institutions and hedge funds are doing. And what we can see is that the Canadian dollar, once again, for the past few weeks, matter of fact, we have been seeing short contracts on top of short contracts. They do not have faith in the Canadian dollar, and neither do I. And yes, we see 5,000 short contracts on the Aussie dollar, and we see they took away some buys. But me personally, watching fundamentals and seeing how the banks are doing Canadian dollar, I'm still long on the Aussie Canadian dollar. That's the only reason I'm still long on it, because it's the Canadian dollar. Now, on to the next. We're also in Euro Aussie. I'm sitting here at around a break even, and I'll show you guys my open P&Ls. Matter of fact, here, I'll post it right now on my journal. All right, just posted it in my journal, so we can see I'm down $296 currently on Aussie CAD. I'm down $433 on Swiss yen. I'm down $45 on Euro Aussie. Like I said, that's a break even. On NJ, I'm up $10. That's a break even. And on New Zealand USD, I am up $589. So not looking too bad. Coming back from a lot of drawdowns I was previously in. So shout out to the trading gods, man. Shout out to the trading gods. Next, New Zealand USD. This is the trade I'm up almost about $600 on. Now, this pair I've been holding for a little minute because we didn't get much movement. A lot of up, down, up. Then we got me in a drawdown. And what I've been doing on this channel upwards is just adding. I just been adding in there. Adding. And then bam, we got a spike up. Now, the reason why I'm still holding is because, one, 2. This is the third touch. This is the third touch. And the more touches a support or resistance level have, the least amount of trust I have at that level, because it's been tested again, and again. It's just a matter of time before it breaks. And I'm pretty confident, so I won't be surprised to see a shoot up within this direction, and I'm gonna close profits for probably like $900 maybe. And I'll post a trade breakdown once this trade hits, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. And this is all very simple trading. Notice, I'm not saying no fancy words. I'm not doing nothing complicated. I'm not doing nothing extra. I am simply just reading market structure and trading based off that with my fundamentals and my software. That is all I am doing. That is it. That is it. Nothing complicated. Now, next trade I'm in, Swiss yen. I am in Swiss yen sales. Swiss yen is annoying, but I've been able to trim out of a few small positions and wash it with some previous profits. So I am slowly closing out of this position. Once we get a push down here, if we get a push down here, I'll probably just close that at a break even, because I am not trusting the Japanese yen anymore. When I go to my software, I can see the Japanese yen has been getting shorted week after week after week. Oh, my bad. Move my face. Yeah, this Japanese yen has been getting shorted. As you guys can see, shorted. And also, when I go to my economic heat maps, I have an economic surprise meter. I can see when news has been better than expected for the most part, or worse than expected for the worst part. And we can see the Japanese yen has been doing bad compared to forecasts. Every news they've been having forecasted has been hitting worse than expected. That's all this is telling me. And because of that, I'm signaling Japanese yen weakness, which is why I want to get out. The only reason why I'm not stressing on it too bad and I'm willing to hold it longer is because Swiss has also been getting some weaker than expected news. So we have a weak Swiss and a weak yen, which lets me know there's going to be a lot of neutrality within this pair, a lot of up and down, so I can easily get out of this trade at a break even or a small profit. And on the opposite end, look at New Zealand dollar and US dollar, because I'm in New Zealand USD. New Zealand has been killing it lately. Great economic news, surpassing expectations. So I am bullish on the New Zealand dollar and bearish on the US dollar. The US dollar is not doing terrible. It's at a 46%, but still, I'm not liking it relative to the New Zealand dollar. Same with the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We can see Australian dollar has been having some relative strength compared to the Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar is pretty neutral right now. Then on the other end, we also have Euro Aussie, which Euro is looking really weak and Australian dollar is looking relatively strong. So all my trades are aligning with my data. And that's what I'm trying to let you guys understand, that every trade I'm taking is from a fundamental economic bias while I'm using technicals as my entry points. And I know everyone won't have access to the software. Everyone's not going to go pay for the software, which is why I tell you guys to go on forexfactory.com, download my FX book on your iPhone or Android so you can look at the economic news coming out, so you can get a fundamental understanding for yourself. And you can look at all this news that comes out for yourself. Now, what do we have next? New Zealand yen. New Zealand yen, as you guys seen, I was at a break even. I was like positive $10. So I'm floating at break even after going a few $100s in drawdown. I was in drawdown. I was looking to add if it came down to this level, because fundamentals were supporting my bias. So I was looking for a drop. I would have added, and just like it had this move up, that's what I was waiting for. But it just happened to go without me, so I did not add. And that's fine. That's fine. As long as I'm controlling risk and protecting my capital, I will be fine. Let me delete this. This is from my last video, actually, that trading plan. But yeah, as you guys can see, I talk about this all the time. If it came against me, I would add. If it came down here against me, I would still add as long as the bias lines up. Now those are the few trades I am in personally. Looking to close out some of these profits, looking to get out of break even here. Aussie CAD looking to profit, we pushing up. As y'all seen, my P&Ls are right here. On forex.com, I do use a regulated broker. Yes, this is a live account. I can show my live account any day. I can literally just go and show you. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't have a big enough audience, so I don't gotta worry about that. But before we log off, let's go through some more trades, man. Let's see what it's looking like. Aussie Swiss. What is Aussie Swiss looking at? Aussie Swiss is looking kind of bearish. I don't like the break of the trend line, and it looks like we're making a new structure, so it looks like we're heading more to the downside now. You know, we had some nice higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, but now we failed to make a new high, so we made a lower high, and now we made a lower low. Now it looks like we head into the downside. If you don't understand those terms, that means you haven't understood basic market structure yet, which means you got a little more studying to do. A little more studying to do if you don't understand those terms yet. All right. Next, we got Aussie USD. Aussie USD, it was ranging. Looks like we kind of broke above this level. It looks like we retesting to go back to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised. All these US dollar pairs are looking a little bit weak. So I would not be surprised. Aussie New Zealand, I'm neutral on this pair. We didn't trade it up or down. Even this price action, I'm not really liking it because it's just a little ugly to me. So I'm not feeling that pair. I'm in Euro Aussie already. Euro CAD is ugly as well. I don't know what all this is. This is just messy. It's just messy. Euro Swiss, messy, ugly. Euro GBP, I wanted to trade Euro GBP to the downside. I was actually looking to sell this up here and take it to a new low, but I just ended up not taking it because I'm already in like 4 or 5 trades, and I don't want to tie too much margin up because I'm already been adding to my losers. So I didn't want to go down this route. I wish I did though. I could have closed profits already. That could have been good. I could have actually used the profits from this trade and washed some of those Swiss yen losses back a little bit. So I'm actually kind of mad I didn't take this. It could have worked out well, but I'm always thinking about protecting my capital, so I did not go through with it. Euro New Zealand, ugly. EU is actually clean. EU looks like we broke out this little downward trend. It looks like we're heading to the upside. Maybe come make a new lower high, a new high, and we might come test this high up here at 1.156. USD CAD, ooh, USD not looking so good. I'll look for some sales to the downside, maybe to a new low. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I don't trust the US dollar or the Canadian dollar. So if anything, we get some ranging going on, in my viewpoint, in my opinion. You know, I don't trust US dollar or Canadian dollar right now. It's been looking a little rough for those two economies lately, so I'm gonna ease back. US dollar, Swiss franc, nah, I wouldn't trade it, but nah, this is kind of ugly. I wouldn't trade it. CAD Swiss, would not trade it. Ugly. Pound Aussie. Pound Aussie is actually looking good to the upside. And pound is actually really strong as well. So this makes a lot of sense. Pound Aussie, we can see. Technicals look good. I can go to my software. Look at the pound at a 71%. That's really strong compared to the Aussie at a 60%. But the only thing I would say is both these both these pairs are doing stronger relative to the forecast they've had. So I really wouldn't like either one, but if I was to take it, I would look for a long on pound Aussie, but I'm not gonna take it. Pound CAD, I would take a long if it looked right for me, but this is ugly price action. No clear direction, just a lot of up and down, up, down, up, down, up, not going anywhere. So this is one of those trades I would just be holding for like forever just because there's no movement happening. That's what happened with NU as well. Pound Swiss, no. GU, yes. Beauty here on GU. Break, retest to the upside. That's all I would look for. Fundamentals support my bias. I'm in there. GN. These pairs are both a little strong relative to the forecast, so I wouldn't trade this, but it looks like we're heading to the downside. Looks like we broke this upward trend line and we might be heading down to these lows, if you ask me. New Zealand CAD, ugly. New Zealand Swiss, looks like it's a little bearish as well. The Swiss pairs are looking a little bearish. And I already did New Zealand U. The yens, I'm not even gonna go over the yens. I don't like trading the yens no more. The yens be kind of annoying, and they all looking kind of ugly. The only reason I'm New Zealand yen is because I'm hedging myself with Swiss yen. So if we get yen weakness and all these pairs shoot up, I can hedge myself out of my Swiss yen trade with some of my New Zealand yen profits, if that makes sense. Yeah, man, that's it for the analysis. It's Monday, it's Memorial Day. Forex markets are still open. We still making this money. Make sure you guys are controlling your risk. Make sure you're trading disciplined, well behaved, especially if you're a dollar cost averaging trader like me with no stop loss. You're adding to your losers. Make sure you're staying disciplined. Make sure you're being risk averse, protecting your capital, because that's what this game is about. I hope you all enjoyed this Monday market analysis. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next lesson. Let's go.